By the end of this video, you're going to be able to play this. Yo, welcome to episode 5 of the Metal Foundry. That's what I'm going to call it. Like previous episodes, we're going to work through 3 examples and then practice those examples together. I'm going to try and make this one slightly shorter though, so rather than repeating 10 times like we had before, we're just going to do 5 repetitions. And each time we repeat, it's going to speed up by 10% rather than 5%. We're going to start by playing an E power chord on fret 7A, 9D, using either your 1st and 3rd or 1st and 4th fingers. In fact, I'm going to use my 4th finger here because it's going to make the next power chord that I'm going to play a little easier as a result. We're going to play this power chord, let it last for 1 beat, a T. Then we're going to play the low E string 6 times palm muted using coffees. All downstrokes. Then I'm going to take my little finger and move it up 1 fret to fret 10 on the D, but leave my 1st finger on fret 7A. And just do the same thing. If I link them together, one, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. One, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Just before we start example number 14, this is the most complicated example that we've learnt to play so far. So you've got to take your time learning it. It features a thing called a pedal point. Pedal points are really, really important in metal music, and they come from classical music. Have you ever heard anything like this? Well, that was a pedal point idea, and the basic concept is that you've got one note that stays static and other notes that change around it. We hear this all the time in metal music, and what you're about to learn is your very first pedal point riff. This entire riff is all 8th notes, all coffees. So you don't need to think about the note values here, they're all 8th notes. Play fret 5 on the A with your 1st finger, don't palm mute it. Then play open low E twice, palm mute it. Then play fret 7 on the A string with your 3rd finger, don't palm mute it. Then play open low E twice with a palm mute. So far. Then we're going to play fret 8 on the A string with your little finger, or just move your 3rd finger up 1 fret, it's up to you. Then play open low E twice and palm mute again. Then go back to fret 7 on the A, don't palm mute, and then 2 open low E's again. Do palm mute. Put it all together. Now here's the tricky bit. 5 on the A with your 1st finger, don't palm mute. Then open low E once with a palm mute. Then 7A with your 3rd finger, don't palm mute and then open low E, do palm mute. So that goes. Now put it all together from the beginning. Now you really might need to put some time into practicing this without me before you then try to speed it up with me. So if you need to, pause now and practice. If you don't need to, I'm going to count you in after 4. I can't stress this enough with this one, guys. Try not to pick too hard with your pick and try not to press your palm too hard into the strings when you do the palm mutes. Otherwise, you're going to add tension to your picking arm, which eventually is going to cause you problems. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. Example number 15 you shouldn't find too difficult. It starts with an E power chord which we hold for 3 beats. Oh, by the way, this is a dotted half note and it's a note value that lasts for 3 beats. We're then going to play our E power chord again and let it last for 1 beat. So the first bar is going to go dotted half note T. Then we're going to go to a G power chord and that's frets 3 and 5 on the low E and the A. It's going to last for 2 beats and then we're going to go across to frets 6 and 8 on the same 2 strings and again it's going to last for 2 beats. Let me just put all that together. Dotted half note T, half note, and then we're going to finish off by playing an E power chord down here, that's 2nd fret A, open low E. We're going to do straight 8th notes, straight coffees, but the first one of each group of 8 is not going to be palm muted and the rest are coffee, 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 coffee. Let me just put it all together. Dotted half note, T, half note, coffee, 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 coffee. Right, let's practice. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 'Okay, let's play along with our track. Don't forget, you need to make sure that if you can't keep up with it at full speed, that you stop, rewind the video and carry on practicing with the speed increasing over time. If you can't keep up with that, then you need to stop the video altogether and practice without the video and then come back to playing along with me at a later date. Make sure you don't play too hard overall, because otherwise you will limit the speed of your performance. The repeats go as follows. You're going to do example number 13, then example number 14. Then you're going to go back to example 13, then example 14 again. Then you're going to play example number 15 twice. Then you're going to play example number 14 twice. And then there's an E power chord to finish. If you're unsure about this, just watch the performance through once or twice to get used to it, and then try playing along. Don't forget that you can slow the video down using the YouTube player settings if you need to. As always, I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed making it. Please don't forget to subscribe to the 60 Seconds of Shred YouTube channel. See ya.